say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror, he appears in the reflection and kills you.
Who would do that?
A lot of people would do that.
Yeah.
Candyman. 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 Well, we're still alive. Let's go.
Oh, I think I see Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
it's like,
yeah.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Trina, you broke the door.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Squishy sound.
This isn't funny!
Oh, there's the bees. They're bringing those.
Yeah, you know, I see the
yeah.
bees.
I feel really connected to this neighborhood. Cabrini Green. It was the projects. I just moved in around the corner.
The old candy factory.
I'm an artist.
You looking for Candyman? He's the monster that's part of this neighborhood.
Why are you drawn to this?
I'm hoping to spread the story all about Candyman. The mirror invites you to summon him.
I like the idea of an
Yeah.
art
You should
project.
say
That's a
that.
very
Yes.
cool idea.
It is a good idea.
Candyman.
Candyman.
All these art dickheads.
don't.
Don't say that.
Candyman.
Oh. This kind of reminds me of that Velvet Buzzsaw.
Well, I was just going to say Velvet Buzzsaw, but maybe better.
I think
Oh,
made a
it looks
mistake.
way better than Velvet Buzzsaw.
I brought him back.
Candyman isn't real!
Oh, he looks like a
Something's
tortured
happening to
artist.
me.
He had a purpose for you. To be another one of his terrible stories.
I guess he found me.
I am the writing on the wall, the sweet smell of blood. Be my victim.
This is not real. It's not real. Candyman.
All right. That, you know, what I think I liked about that trailer is that you almost aren't totally sure. I mean, I guess from the kids in the bathroom you are, but you kind of wonder if he is Candyman. It's like, is it real or not? I'm not quite sure. I mean, they kind of give you supernatural. I'm not sure if they're visions or not. You know, I kind of like that concept.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels, I think the setting is interesting, and we'll see. I don't know this director, Nia DaCosta. I don't know. I'm not familiar with her. So, but it has
I like
has
a
a
female
promising
director
look.
taking it on. It was a cool idea.
But is Candyman going to be not an actor? It's going to be some sort of digital effect, or who knows, right? Will
Right.
there really be a Candyman? There won't be a Tony Todd, I guess.
Right. Unfortunately, that would be,
That
I
would
don't
be
know.
cool.
He's maybe not wanting to come back to this.
He's
But
moved
it's
on.
I mean, it looks like a standard horror kind of movie to me, with lots of blood, and squishy people screaming squishy, bloody sounds and stuff. And it's just, I don't know.
Well, that's kind of what the original wasn't. The original sort of like that. I mean, it was a
Yes.
early '90s horror film.
It was pretty stylish though, and it had, I don't know, it had some. I remember liking it. I haven't seen it. Maybe it hasn't aged very well, but I don't know. It's just, you know, these sort of one by one picking people off, victim by victim by victim, bloody blood, squishy blood. You know, I don't know. Needs to have something else. Maybe this one does, with the whole art gallery thing and the guy's quest to find a mythical character and to prove that this thing is true, that these horrible stories are true. And, you know, but it's that story of the, you know, the videotape that if you watch it, it kills you, or the other thing that the kids do, you know, you shouldn't do it, don't do it. And they do it, and then they get punished, you know.
Yeah, but isn't that what kids do? They do what you tell them not to do.
I feel like I kind of know what to expect with this, though.
I think what I'll say about Candyman back in 1992 is it was sort of interesting that you had an African American sort of bad guy that was not really around back then. It was like it was an interesting twist, kind of an urban twist. Now, here we are, you know, whatever, 30 years later, that's not so interesting.
Well, it's nice to see it, but it's
like, I
like,
don't know. It's just like that novelty is not there but unless people don't know the movie. I know the movie.
Right.
Well, I
So-
think
But I
also
still
I don't
want-
think we need more black bad guys. I think it's time to. So I think that's okay to make this maybe no race Candyman. I mean, he's obviously in a neighborhood that's poor and mostly black, and I think we'll probably get something a little more authentic than the first Candyman, and it's probably going to be a little more, maybe more race relation, poverty, maybe they'll go into some of those issues with Candyman sort of representing maybe a bigger evil than it was in the first.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, if it had a twist that was a little bit more of a
Yeah, I mean,
comment,
Cabrini Green is a famous
Mhm.
Chicago project. It was
Yeah.
massive. It was just and what happened there was just it's well known worldwide. Anyway, so
and that's the setting of the original film, the original Candyman.
yeah, so
Right.
we'll see. I mean,
And
I'm up for
it's
seeing
a
it.
Clive Barker short story, right? Or isn't
Was it Clive Barker? Now
think it was.
you've posed a question
based on the short story The Forbidden?
Yeah. Okay. I remember there was some.
And it was a project in England that was very poor in his book. So
Yeah.
they've transplanted it to America in both
Chicago,
films. Right?
Right.
Was the first film in America? I think it was.
It was
Yes.
Cabrini Green. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it
that
was. They
name.
They put it in Chicago. Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'm always interested in seeing, female directors, black producer bringing in a story that was basically about, black people, to bring it to the screen probably a little more authentically. I think that'll be interesting to see that attitude. Because it looks like we have kind of a black hero and Candyman instead of the other way where it was black evil guy and a bunch of white people. So I think this will be good. A good switch.
Yeah.
Well, also in a trailer, they're going to show, when they show deaths, you go, okay, is the whole movie going to be kind of a standard?
Yeah, it's one after the other.
Or is it going to be more like an interesting story that has some twists and turns, or just a little? So we'll see.
Characters, the people that aren't just, the like you were saying, oh, it looks like Mean Girls. It's like, okay, those are going to be the cruel racist girls. And you're like, that's the thing. That's what makes horror movies succeed or fail for me. I'm not a big horror movie fan, but some of my favorite movies, in fact, a lot of my favorite movies are horror movies, oddly. And that's because it's the characters in them. If you believe the characters, and that's what I look for, the story and the characters, and then the situation that they're in and what happens. If this has good characters,
it might. Yeah. So we'll see.
And I'm sorry, but I never get tired of seeing Mean Girls get killed. I can watch that day in and day out. So when I saw that coming, I'm like, okay, I'm in.
I don't know if they all look mean to me though. They have a couple mean ones.
Well, the way they looked at her were kind of snotty,
Oh,
yeah.
You're right. They didn't all look mean. Let's not just
I
lump
think
them
they
all
were-
together.
but they were all like white girls, right? And then the black girl walks in and they all kind of turn and like,
Yeah.
we don't like her.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, it's good to see Candyman back. I wish Tony Todd was in it because I like, that'd
He might,
be cool.
maybe there's a
he might
cameo
be.
or something.
He might
It'd be a cool little like cameo, even if he's not Candyman, just to be a character in the film.
Yeah, that would
Maybe
be
he's a
kind of
g-
cool.
We'll have
Maybe
to
he's a
check on
guy
that.
selling candy. Like
Right. It's actually a Candyman.
That's
Or if they have a statue made out of candy of Tony Todd.
There's got to be a Tony Todd mention somewhere.
maybe he's the cop and he just offers everybody a Pez.
Right.
You know?
Out of a Tony
Out
Todd
of-
Pez dispenser.
Out of a Tony Todd Pez dispenser as Candyman. Come on. Meta times meta times meta. Meta cube.
We should be making these films, man.
Oh man, we should do Candyman. Oh, my
Oh
gosh.
gosh.
All right, so there's Candyman, and that's another episode of Trailer Trash.
Coming soon.
We're the trash; those are the trailers.
I love that's such a great
That's a great. Yeah, I love calling ourselves trash, but hey,
T.
T.
All right. Until next time.
All right, signing off.
Bye.
Bye.
The Earth is invaded by indestructible moon monsters.